Welcome back. Nothing like the present to go ahead and get started on a new video. I broke the U-joint in that passenger front and it looked like it bent up the ears. I have extra U-joints, but even though these are fusion axles and they're lifetime warranted on the shafts, I went ahead and ordered a spare set. So if I was ever in the circumstance that I broke at like a week-long event, that I could swap out the shafts, warranty the broken ones, and then put that in my spares. So today, all that money I spent finally gets to come into use. Gotta go ahead and swap this out. I'm gonna do it on the trailer. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out. There we go. It looks good. I wonder if the outer seal is bad on my other one because it keeps getting messed up. That stuck to it. There we go. This thing's got plenty of grease. There we go. Here's where we pull this. Let's see what we got. Oh, the ear's so bent. Doesn't want to come out. So the problem we're having is that ear is bent so far out that it doesn't want to come back through this, through the freaking knuckle, and I'm not taking the knuckle off. Ain't no way. take an angle grinder and cut through this thing before I do that, but let's see if we can tap that cap through and give myself a little bit more room, but snapped off in there. Both of those ears are sprung out like crazy. Spline's not twisted. The outer ears may be messed up. I can't tell. Clean this out. When you drive out on it, it wobbles around, which then messes with your seal. So you're gonna leak some diff fluid. Upon closer inspection, I can see that this one's straight, this one got sprung out. So this is not parallel. So this shaft definitely is donezo too, because that's been bent out. So inner and outer, no good. I was messaging back and forth with Walter Fowler, Holly Fowler, Mischief Maker TV, her husband, and he's a big believer in the Yukon super joints, which I looked at and I was like, I didn't want to spend that much money. And then I thought, oh, if it breaks, I'll just change a U-joint. Well, I've seen a handful, I think about a handful of these U-joints go out, and they seem to always take out the ears of the shafts. So if you lose a U-joint, you lose your shafts. So the theory that I had about, oh, you'll just change out the U-joint. Now certainly you can probably bang that back in and get off of a trail, but it's not one you're going to want to run long term, right? That's just to get you by. So I don't know, maybe I'll be switching to super joints. There's some good reviews, some bad reviews. There's only one way to find out, and that's to do it yourself. So and I believe they run them and they've had great fortune. If anything, it'll help with fatigue and different things like that. But let's go ahead and put the other one together. I do believe all the end shafts are the exact same. Let's go over here and take a quick look. So here's the two new end shafts that I have chilling, and these are the exact same length, which is the same length as that. So we're all good there. So when you get these, they're not like off the shelf. They're not that custom, so I'm not saying it's crazy, but it's gonna have some variance in length and size. So it isn't like you can go and just grab one from AutoZone. So that's one of the big reasons why I went ahead and did this. I'm gonna make sure that my length is correct on this. That way when I put it back in, I'll know we're good, because otherwise I'm done. But it should be good, because they had all my axle information when I ordered these ones. And let's get her put together. Sorry for the wind noise. Sorry, not sorry, can't control it. Okay, I already put the new U-joint into the stub. You don't need to see everything. These ends don't come off very easy, so little screwdriver and a little bit of applied pressure will pop them loose. And when they're brand new, all your needle bearings should stay in there easily. Shouldn't have to deal with any problems. Oh, come on. There we go. So all I'm doing is rocking this baby in here. Now, of course, at home I have my U-joint Tiger tool press, but just getting them in there and then just a couple of taps. People say that's not okay. People suck sometimes. It's been working for generations. So just equally going back and forth, getting them all the way in. Certainly works better than falling out. And then right here, there's a little slit. And they come with these. And it's to help it so it can't back out. Then you just, I do a little hammer here and pop that in. How you doing? All right, we're all back together. Got our clips in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and slide, slippity slide it in there. I'm in a lot better mood now that we're this far. So on the end of the shaft are these 2 seals right here that need to go on there. I forgot to do that. So here we go. Do it right or do it twice. So know that if you do stuff twice, you're not the only one. You can join me in my sorrows. At least I figured that out before I torqued it down. This. And this. Ooh. Need to clean the end of that off. Old speed sensor. Okay. Let's go 120. This is how tight your lug nut should be. So and I went to 120 just because this one lined up, that one is pretty close, that one's off, but I think it's a different nut. So I chose 120, which is about the lug nut torque spec on a Dana 60. I'll stick with that. I'll brake clean off that other crap, put some new witness marks on there so that I know they haven't moved, and then let's go ahead and get this I don't know, I think this is the spindle. I don't know what that is. The hub carrier? The hub? I don't know. All those are witness marked. The grease on this is good enough. I'm going to take this off and I'm probably going to have to redo axle seals. So slide this up in there. Make sure our pin's facing out.
Got any driver's license? Somebody lost their license.
And then this, if I remember right, I'm supposed to do to 85 to seat the bearing, back it off, set it at 50, and then back it off just a fraction just to go ahead and seat the keying washer in there. Alright, so now it's tightened down. Now we got to back it off. Okay, let's get this down to 50. These torque specs are all off what I understand. They don't make them right. Okay, now we're at 50. That moves around pretty easy. So in this one, I'll probably go tighter to make it. There's these little pinholes, and that pin that's on that washer, it keys in Still fine if you ask me. That's close enough for me to tap it on, I think. Now we got this other ring that locks it in. There we go. I think I might drop down to 125 on this, but I'm doing 130. Put our spacer back in here. Get our spring ready. Okay, get back in there. Let's see if I can. Find a lineup that'll work. Interlock in the teeth. Okay. Push the shaft forward so I can get this snap ring on here. Okay, we're back on there. And I think my other one got damaged, this part right here. Okay, now we just got to throw this back on here. All right, we got all the grease off the hand so we can place this rotor. Do not want greased up rotors because I do need to stop at some point. Okay. We in? We in? Ooh-wee. Almost time to run over to the vendor show, which is 100 or 200 yards behind me. When these come out, you guys, they will kick, especially the lower one, will kick this caliper out into your wheel as you're rolling forward, bust a hole in your rim. So you gotta Loctite these and you gotta get these on torque. Well guys, I got the axle shaft in. I waited till the end of the day. We went and checked out the vendor show and the local fair car show because it was leaking some oil, some diff fluid out of the tube, but I wasn't sure if that was from when I pulled the shaft out more or if I'd actually damaged the inner axle seal to a point where I shouldn't drive it. It's been parked on the trailer with the driver's side up, allowing for the rear to drip out, and it looks like it was just clearing out the tube of the fluid that came out in there. So it's looking like I'm good to run tomorrow. We're gonna go do Billings Canyon, and that might either be with the group or it might just be Nick and myself, and that'll be the last trail that I'm running out here for this trip. So I'm just enjoying some AC in the truck, charging up the phone, mellowing out at the end of the day. Looking forward to a good run tomorrow, but we will catch you on the next video.